Hi guys, I'm Paco, and you're watching Babbage Books. Let's get into the Magical Readathon TBR, but first, I'm going to go over the books that are part of book clubs that I'm going to be reading. Also, I do not own a lot of these books yet. I'm waiting for them in the mail, so it's going to be a lot of pictures today, so future Paco, editing Paco, is going to hate me. Sorry. Okay, got my handy dandy reading journal here. Okay, my page, flip. Okay, so the books that are part of the book club that are not part of the Magical Readathon TBR are Trail of Lightning. This is for my book club. This is by Rebecca Roanhorse, and this is a urban fantasy that she has written. I believe this book is like post-apocalyptic after like an indigenous fantasy. Like it has taken over or something like that. I'm very excited to read it. I've heard nothing but great things about it, and this has been on my TBR for the longest time, so I decided to make it a part of the book club. That's what you do when you have a book club. You make books you want to read the book for it. So yeah, I'm very excited about this book. So Trail of Lightning is about a post-apocalyptic world that is set in about the nation of Navajo people in a near future post-apocalyptic world, and it's about a monster hunter, a monster slayer, Maggie Hooking, who must navigate the world of monsters and gods. I'm really excited to get into it. So the next book, and this is an adult fantasy. Okay, so the next book, I think I would have this page set. My phone fell, which is why the angle's a little different. Alright, the next book is Midnight Strikes. This is for the book club that I go to in person, and what I know what this book is about is it is about this girl who, she is going to this ball, I don't think she's like invited to the ball, but she sneaks into the ball, and then a murder happens that kills everybody, and then she wakes up the morning of the ball, and has to keep repeating the ball, what is happening, and she's trying to stop what happened at the ball, because no one believes her that nothing happened. So it's kind of like Cinderella meets Groundhog Day, and it seems really interesting. I'm reading it for my book club, so I will let you guys know what I think. So the only other book that is not part of the TBR is The Burning God. Bam. So this is part of my 2023 challenge, my read 23 books in 2023 challenge. And this is the last book of the Poppy War trilogy. I'm very excited. I'm currently reading The Dragon Republic right now and really enjoying it, so I'm excited to finish the trilogy. But yeah, this is about Rin, and her continuing journey. I don't want to get too much into it to spoil it. But okay, next book. So now we are actually going into the Magical TBR, Magical Readathon TBR. My path is chosen as a Moon Warden because I love the moon. I am very romantic like that, to the moon. Okay, but the books I have for that are a book for Princess's Challenge, for Princess's Book Club for April, because she does it like every 2 months. And the book for this month is Lessons in Vengeance. Bam, right here. And this fits the challenge of Elemental Study. A book with flowers on the cover was the prompt. And of course, you see flowers on the cover that I just showed. And all I know that this is it has queerness and trans rep. And it is sapphic. And it is about is the dark academia, and I know witches are involved, so I'm very hyped to read it. Next, I have Monsters Born and Made by Tavina Brunwath. I killed that. This was a gift from Jen, so thank you, Jen. This fits restorations class, and I had to point to it, and I was watching, if you watched Princess's Sprints, I like closed my eyes on my bookshelf and pointed and picked this. So this book is this challenge. This is one of the few books I have right now on me, which makes sense because it was part of the challenge. And basically, this book is about 16-year-old Coral and her brother Eric risk their lives to capture the monstrous Mistrag that live in the back seas around their island. They have to, or else their family will starve. In an oceanic world swimming with vicious beasts, the ruling elite have endangered her family to provide Maristigs for the glory race, a deadly chariot tournament reserved for the upper class. The winner receives golden glory, the losers, if they're lucky to survive. When Coral fails to capture and misses this year's race, her family can't afford medicine for her chronically ill little sister. Coral's only choice is to do what no one has ever dared, cheat her way into the glory race. But Coral must race against contenders who have trained their whole lives and have an intention of letting a low case girls steal their glory, and when riots break out, Coral has to do more than win the race. She'll have to stop the whole island from burning. Monsters Born Not Made is an epic South Asian-inspired fantasy debut that will leave you breathless until the very last page. I'm very excited to read this. I saw some fan art that looked really good. My voice sounds off. My throat's a little, I don't know what the word is, but it's just nasally, I guess, today. So that's fun for me. Okay, so next is Dream of Gods and Monsters. I forgot what class this was, but I know the prompt was book that has 2 E's in the title. And so I chose Dreams of Gods and Monsters, so it has 2 E's in the title. And this is also part of my 23 for 23 challenge, and this is the last Laini Taylor book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. And the Daughter of Smoke and trilogy follows a girl named Anouk who has blue hair, and she is raised by chimeras, and there's a war against angels. And that's all I can really say about it without getting into spoilers. I love this cover, and I'm excited to get into the 3rd book. Okay, next is X-Men Red, and this was part of the Art of Illusion class. So I have that one. So X-Men Red, this is basically Storm is now the queen of Araco, which is Mars in X-Men, and she has to make a team to rule it. She is the queen, and she needs a team of X-Men, which has Magneto and Sunspot right here, and it's just Storm being a bad bitch doing bad bitch shit. Art of Illusion is to have a shirt that matches it, so I will post a picture on my Instagram later of me wearing a shirt with a bunch of Storm on it, so that this matches for that. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. L. Ewing, I love his writing that I've read so far, and I've read the first issue of this volume. I'm very excited. I love Storm. So, who doesn't love Storm? If you don't love Storm, get out of the video. Just leave. And last is Spells and Incantations, and I had to choose a book that had a certain page limit. I believe it was 3-something to 4-something pages. It had to be between those. And I chose Notorious Sorcerers. Boom, this is for my 2023 challenge, and I'm very excited to get into this. This is about a sorcerer who is I believe the sorcerer, the magic he uses is illegal, but he has to save the city that he's a part of. And I know it's also very gay, so I'm very excited to get into this book. You could tell I have it. But I'm very excited to get into it. I'm excited to knock out all these books for my challenges they are in. This month, I was I need to focus on the challenges I have and just knock shit out. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys plan to read. What are you most excited for? I think I'm really excited for X-Men Red and Burning God, I think, are my 2 top anticipated books to read this month. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time.